To find out more and to register, go to bigsmokeflorida.com, right? And actually, for your viewers, we have a special code. You could save some money on a ticket. I Heart Cigars. If you put in that code, you'll save $100 on a ticket.
Hey, it's Miami's Hip Hop and R&B 103.5, The Beat, Papa Keith, the people's voice. And in the building, I have David Savona. He is Cigar Aficionado Magazine executive editor. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Papa Keith. Thanks for having me here.
Well, listen, man, I'm a big fan of the sticks, man, so I'm happy to have this conversation with you, man. The first thing I want to ask you is, can you explain to my audience what a cigar aficionado is?
Certainly. Cigar aficionado is someone who appreciates the finer things in life, especially cigars. And Cigar Aficionado magazine is our magazine, which we publish 6 times a year, glossy lifestyle magazine with coverage on cigars, golf, travel, spirits, basically the good life all wrapped into one package. And at the heart of it is a cigar rating. So buying advice for people like you who are interested in cigars. And we point out the best in the market cigars to avoid, bang for your buck, all kinds of things like that.
That's what's up, man. How long has the magazine been around doing this?
We've been around for a while. We were first published in 1992, if you could believe it. I've been there since 1995. I had black hair and looked a little bit younger back in those days. It was founded by Marvin Shanken, who's the owner of M. Shanken Communications, and he also owns Wine Spectator magazine, Whiskey Advocate, and of course, Cigar Aficionado. So we like to say that M. Shanken Communications is all about the fun and finer things in life. Whether it's whiskey, cigars, or wine, we've got you covered. We're the people for you.
Got you, man. That's amazing, man. Well, congratulations. I'm happy that the magazine is around and educating us and a lot of beginners on where they could start, because there's a lot of information and so many things to understand about cigars and the types of cigars, where they come from, the filters. I mean, there's so many different things to break down, correct?
Yeah, cigars can be confusing. I mean, they're a simple product when you think about it. It's really like I'm smoking a cigar right here. This cigar
Right.
is really only made with cigar tobacco and a whole lot of time. Made by hand, made slowly, made carefully. But if you don't really know about it, it's easy to pick a cigar that's maybe not right for you, or a cigar that doesn't suit your tastes. And it's something that's been done for hundreds and hundreds of years by companies that have in some cases a very long history. So it's our job at Cigar Aficionado to try to demystify the market and kind of bring those stories to our readers and help give them the right information about how to go out and shop for cigars. Because you can spend a lot of money on a cigar. There's cigars that cost more than $100 a piece nowadays. So you don't want to waste your money on something that might not be right for you or just might not be good. So we aim to demystify the market and kind of talk about cigars to our readers.
And there's different styles too, Robusto, Murado, like there's different styles to the cigars as well, right?
Sure, they come in all different shapes and sizes, all different types of tobacco. Cigars are kind of like people, right? There's different shapes, sizes, colors, etc. Everything. It's all, even though they're all made from essentially the same ingredients. And the ones we talk about, the handmade cigars, the really top end of the market. For the U.S. market, they're really made in 3 countries, Nicaragua, the Dominican Republic, and Honduras. And there's some really, really good cigars coming from those countries that you could read about in our magazine and also can get at our event, specifically the Big Smoke.
When is that event?
Yeah, so we're coming to Florida. The Big Smoke, Florida is on Friday, May 8th at the Eden Rock Hotel right on Miami Beach. If you've never been to one, imagine a place filled with different cigar options. There'll be, at this point, we're at 29 different cigars. We're going to have more by the time the event rolls around. So you go to one table and you get a cigar, and you go to the next table and it's a whiskey. You have a sip of whiskey, and the next table might be something else. And you start collecting cigars, and then you smoke the cigars. And in many cases, the people that are handing you the cigars are actually the people who make them. So you can ask them questions. Some people pose for pictures with them. We've seen people get autographs signed. So it's a night where you're surrounded by fellow cigar lovers in a cigar-friendly atmosphere, enjoying good drinks, great cigars, There's good music. There's a little food. It's a really we call it like Disneyland for adults. You know, it's instead of going on one ride after another, you're having one cigar after another. Our readers love them, and we love doing. We've been doing 'em for many years now.
How can people register for this event? I mean, I definitely want to be a part of it for sure, but how can people register?
I'm looking forward to smoking a cigar with you. I hope you can go there. To find out more and to register, go to bigsmokeflorida.com, right? And actually, for your viewers, we have a special code. You could save some money on a ticket. I Heart Cigars. If you put in that code, you'll save $100 on a ticket.
Wow.
Yeah, so you end up with a ton of cigars. And actually, for our VIP hour, you get in an hour earlier, and you get to smoke some of the best cigars in the world. The one I'm
Wow.
smoking right now, there's a Tatuaje Petit Lancero, which was rated 96 points from us, and it's currently the number 3 cigar in the world right now. We do a top 25 every year. And this is one of the cigars that will be handed out at that VIP hour by the man who makes it, Pete Johnson. And that's
Wow.
one of many top 25 cigars that you can get only at the VIP hour. So there's some special smokes there if you sign up now.
This is exciting. I know a few people that work with cigar companies as well. So, how, as a cigar company, can they register? Like, I know Cordelia with League of Fat Bastards and a few others. How, if you have a cigar company or you represent one, how can they be a part of it as well?
Sure. For those in the trade, if you're in the trade and have a cigar company, if you go to our website, cigarvisionado.com, and just click the contact us, that'll go right to the person who can put you in the right direction and have you, be one of those tables and share them with our readers. Our
Yeah.
readers who come to the Big Smokes they're cigar enthusiasts. They're great. Some of them smoke a cigar every day, some smoke a cigar every week, and they really get excited about being there and enjoying cigars with their fellow cigar aficionados.
That's what's up. Can you tell me some of your favorite cigars? I don't want to put you, in trouble here, but can you maybe tell me your top 3 or your top 5 cigars that you really enjoy personally?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, there are so many good ones out in the market right now. There are a couple that really stand out. Our cigar of the year is made by a company called Padron.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But the Padrones make great cigars. They will be at the Big
So
Smoke.
consistent.
So consistent. They're a Florida company. They make their cigars in Nicaragua. They've been making cigars since 1964. They really know what they're doing. And the cigars are beautiful. They have all kinds of different flavors and styles, everything from a very, inexpensive cigar to something really expensive. And so I like Padrones. I smoke a lot of Padrones. Also, Arturo Fuente will be there at the Big Smoke. And man, I smoke Fuentes an awful lot. They're from the Dominican Republic, different style of smoke. That company is more than 100 years old. Get it right again and again. They're really something else. I mean, Padrones and Fuentes are kind of like a big 1-2 for me. I got to throw out Oliva cigars. I don't know if you ever smoke Olivas.
They're consistent too. Love those.
They're tremendous. And you mentioned consistency, and consistency is so important in this business. When you imagine if you're trying to make a product out of leaves that are grown in the ground, leaves that come from different farms, it's very difficult to make a consistent taste year to year, cigar to cigar, especially when you're making some cigars are made in the millions of units. So it's a really tough thing to do consistently. And the best cigar companies in the world, like the ones I mentioned, they do it on a consistent basis, and that's to be rewarded. It's amazing they could do it for what they charge for the product.
Right.
It's a tip of the hat to those guys.
Definitely. Well, I mean, I appreciate you mentioning those. My favorite cigar for a long time, it's hard to get it for obvious reasons, was the Cohiba Habana.
Well, those are tough, yeah, and
Yeah.
expensive.
They are, but anytime I travel, I make sure I get one, man. But I really like those, and like you said, sometimes I think of cigars like wine,
Yeah,
because there's just so many different bodies, so many different options that are coming out or that have been out for many years, and so sometimes I just have fun, and I'll go to cigar shops and just try different things. I'll listen to some of the people talk and take some of the suggestions and try different sticks, but it's fun. It's a vibe. And what I really like and associate with cigar smoking is like it's a feeling of championship, like winning, like success. It gives you that feeling, like an accomplishment of sorts.
yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
yeah.
I mean, yeah,
So
you know, cigars are celebratory, right? You pass out cigars after the birth of a child, maybe, or at the end of a wedding, or you know, some sports stars fire up the cigars after they win. You know, Michael Jordan, when he won his championships, would smoke a cigar. He's been on our cover. He told us he smoked 6 cigars a day at one point.
wow,
He used to smoke a cigar before playing a basketball game. I'm a Knicks
wow.
fan, so he would go out there, smoke a big old Hoyt Monterey double Corona. That was his favorite at the time, and then go beat my Knicks. I'm like, man, that's just not life's not fair, you know?
Tear us up in the garden, man. Well, listen, man, I could talk to you for, hours and hours and get to learn more. But please also, we talked about the event. I want you to talk about it again, but
Sure.
also let people know how they can subscribe to your magazine.
Sure, you can subscribe right at cigarvisionado.com. It's a website that we update on a daily basis with stories about the cigar industry, stories about celebrities who enjoy a good cigar, all these lifestyle things. You could subscribe right there. And really, for more about the Big Smoke Florida, taking place May 8th on Miami Beach, bigsmokeflorida.com. You can read more about it. You can see what cigars you can expect to get there and enjoy, what spirits, and you can sign up for tickets right there. And don't forget the code I Heart Cigars. You could save some money on those tickets. And come out,
Yeah.
see us, have a great time.
Thank you so much, David. It's a pleasure talking to you, man. And I encourage everybody to come out to the event. I'm going to be there. I definitely want to,
I'm looking forward to seeing you. We'll have a cigar together.
for sure. I'm looking forward to that experience with you, man. And thank you so much for your wisdom and the opportunity to have this conversation with you as well.
Oh, pleasure's all mine. Thanks for having me on your show. I appreciate it, Papa Keith. Thanks very much.
All right, for sure. I'll see you soon, brother.
Looking forward to it.